I hate reading books. I mean, it pissed me off so much. In fact, I used to see it as a waste of time. So back then, I remember when I was in secondary school, this was where the hate started from. I have a friend then when I was in GS1. She loved reading. She even came from Lagos to Osun State to my place for her secondary school education. So when she came, she brought a lot of novels, like plenty novels along with her when she was coming. And that some seniors always come to our class to borrow novels from her and all. The pressure then wanted me to like collect books. Of course, I borrowed some books from her. I took them home, like wanting to read them, but no, I don't love reading novels then compared to reading my school books. So I really love and enjoyed reading my school books then compared to novels and all. So like I shall realize that I'm going to borrow the books home. I was not going to read them. I'm going to like give her the way I collected it from her. In fact, at some point she will have to like be asking from me that the book I collected, I haven't returned it. I'll tell her that I haven't read any one of them. And she'll be like, oh wow, because she had finished some books like as much as they are. So like later I also like have a friend too who love reading books. And that was when Harry Potter came out. You can see how big Harry Potter was then, like very big book compared to this 100 pages, 200 pages that my friends was borrowing her, was borrowing the seniors. Like when I saw her taking Harry Potter from the school library to read, I was shocked. I was like, who? Are you sure you're going to read this book? Are you capable? Like, I know my capability that I do not love reading then. And of course, if I should carry such book, I was not even going to finish it before I return it back to the library. So she finished it. Like she loved book to the extent that anytime she's eating, she must always carry book to read. That's when the book will like go where according to her. So because of this, I started going to library to borrow some books because the friends I surrounded myself with, they actually love reading books. They love reading novels. So I went to the school library to borrow, met with the teacher librarian that was there. I some books I borrowed, guy, I won't lie to you, like they have to persuade me to bring them back because I was not even interested in reading any one of them apart from my school books. So that being said, now let's go to how I started growing this love for books, for reading novels, how it started, when it started, and where. So after my secondary school, of course, and I went to university, the love for reading novels started from university. I met with a friend too who loved reading, like she loved reading so much, and I saw her using an app to read called Wattpad. That was when Wattpad was common among readers using it to read. And I asked her, like, I was shocked the way she was selecting books. She was going to different the genres. There are romance, thrillers, adventures, dark romance, and all those genres like listed on that app. I was shocked. I was like, this app is good and like very fascinating. Literally, it was this app that makes me started loving books back. So she told me to download Wattpad. I download Wattpad, and after downloading Wattpad, I see myself finishing books of 150 pages. From 150 pages, I grade to 200 pages. I grade to 300 pages. Exactly, that was my point. Me loving book was not something I wanted to start, and I started with 300, 400 pages books. I knew that if I should start like that, I was definitely not going to love books till eternity. So I started small from 100 pages, 150 pages to 300 pages. I know my capability now. Like I can read 500 pages now because the love had already like grown in me and I've grown to like love reading novels now. So that's how to start. Seriously, when I wanted to start, I started by reading novels of 100 pages before I now later grew to 150. In fact, at some point, I read 80 pages because I used to be intentional about choosing books to read on Wattpad. I used to ensure that there are not books that are more than 100 pages at first before I agree to 100 pages and over 100 pages. So, how to love reading books, like how to stay consistent and love reading books was first of all, make sure that you started small with small pages before you now later start growing. And also, that time when I knew that I am new to this thing, so I started by reading books that are romance, there are like kind of thriller, most especially romance books. So that romance book, I knew that the storyline was not going to be complicated for me to like comprehend, to understand. So I started with that, and before you know it, I started reading non-fictional, motivational, started relating with some even hard twisted books like that. The storylines are twisted, and I was able to understand because I started small. I started by reading romance books, which I knew that the storyline is going to be very clear to me. So another way is like anytime I want to read, then I used to make sure that I am not reading among people or among anything that is causing distraction that will distract me from understanding what the message in that page was trying to pass across. Because I knew that I'm new to reading. So if I should allow distraction at any page that I'm reading and I was not able to get the message, definitely the whole message of the book will look somehow to me. I will miss the message that that chapter as a whole was trying to pass across, and it will not make reading to be fun to me. Like I'll just be, in fact, it might see me not finishing the book, just drop it down. So I used to ensure that I do not read among people or among anything that will cause distractions to me. And also, like, I ensure that no one is pressuring me to read. If my friends are reading, like they're on their Wattpad, then reading books, and I'm not feeling the vibe. So I'd rather like keep silent, not to distract them, or I'll leave that place to do something that I knew was kind of interesting to me at that particular time. So naturally, like if you are new to reading books, ensure that you start small by reading books that their pages are not plenty. In fact, start from if you can find 50 pages, start from there. So as time goes by, you will keep increasing. And also, like do not read among anything that will cause distraction to you, that will not make you to like understand the books very well, that will not make you to be seeing reading as something that is not fun. And also like if your friends are reading doesn't mean you should also read. If you are not in the mood, leave the book, like do something else that is kind of interest you at that particular time. So I think I've been able to mention like how I grew my love for books, even though I did not start it early by love reading novels and all. So and I hope you've been able to learn one or thing from this book as a beginner, and I hope you find this video helpful. So that means that we've come to the end of this video. And please, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to share my videos with your loved ones. I'm going to see you in my next video. Don't forget to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till then, bye.